Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rachakwadash. Double honors, Salakia. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations, much love and respect to you, Akim, out there pushing this word out in truth and sincerity. I want to read this scripture first and foremost. It says, "But ye are they that forsake Yahweh, that forget my holy mountain, that prepare a table for that troop," okay, "and that furnish the drink offering unto that number." Now that troop is the same troop that it speaks about in Genesis, the 49th chapter, dealing with Gad. Matter of fact, let me go to that real quick. Genesis 49. All right. And verse okay, give me a second. Find the one where it speaks about Gad. Okay, there we go. This is Genesis 49 and 19. It says, "Gad, a troop shall overcome him, but he shall overcome at the last." What troop overcame Gad? What troop took over the Gadites, which are the so-called Native Americans? The Edomites, right? The U.S. cavalry, so on and so forth. Okay, these different British troops, these different Edomite troops. Okay, they took down the Gadites. They took down the so-called Native Americans. So when you come to Isaiah 65, it says they furnish a drink offering unto that number and prepare a table for that troop. That's speaking about the sellouts of our nation. Okay, the Israelites that are helping the Edomites, that are helping the enemy. And guess what? They were helping him back then because Esau wouldn't be able to do what he's doing unless Jacob helped him, unless certain Jake sellouts helped him. Okay, right? They were helping him back then. He had the Native American scouts. You had so-called Negroes that were snitching on other Jakes that were about to rebel and so on and so forth. That's what happened with Nat Turner, right? You saw that in the movie. There's a particular young Jake that went and told the Edomites what they were doing. Okay. So the Most High doesn't have love for a coon, man. He doesn't have love for a Sambo, a sellout, an ass kisser of the enemy. And that's what you guys, that's what a lot of you Jakes are. There's Jakes that are not of the elect, but they don't mess with Esau. Okay, they don't mess with Esau. And those Jakes that rise up that don't mess with Esau, but they're not of the elect, they're gonna be putting those Jakes that are in that Sambo coon spirit. They're gonna be putting them to sleep. Okay, permanently. This is verse 12. It says, "Therefore will I number you to the sword, and ye shall all bow down to the slaughter. Because when I called, ye did not answer, and when I spake, ye did not hear, but did evil before mine eyes, and did choose that wherein I delighted not." You chose the ways of the wicked. You chose a wicked path. That's really all Jakes chose, a wicked path. But right now, I'm dealing with you sellouts, man. Because there's nothing worse than a sellout. All right. Matter of fact, what was that movie that I was watching? Oh, that was the Will Smith movie. When he caught that, when there was one dude that was getting ready to trying to catch him, and he put him to death, and he said, "Yo, you're the worst kind." Basically he was saying that you're worse than the Edomites. Okay. So, anyways, what I wanted to deal with is this particular video I saw of these Moabites. Because Moab is nasty. They eat all kind of abominations. And when I saw this, I'm like, these goddamn heathens. First thing that came to my mind is you goddamn heathens. Selling our people this madness. And then you look at Jake, because them Benjamites, they don't really, there's a lot of them that are against Moab. They're against Moab. They're against Elam. You'll hear certain Benjamites speak about. There's a video of a Benjamite cursing out this Elamite bus driver. Say, "Yo, y'all goddamn coolie." You're disrespecting the black man who is God on the earth, and he just cursing him out. Yeah. You disrespect me. What do you think you are? You know, whatever. He was going off on him. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of them Benjamites, they don't like Moab and Elam. They look at them as enemies. Okay? But then there's a lot of them that love the enemy. Okay? You see? And it's funny, they'll look at Moab and Elam in that way, but then some of those same people, they won't have a problem with Esau, which is the top enemy, which is a worse enemy than all of them. You see? That's confusion. All right? But my point is, I'm gonna play this video, but then I'm gonna go to the comment section, right? So you can see how some Jakes feel about these Uncle Toms, man. And really, Uncle Tom is not the correct term. Sambos is a better term. Coons is a better term. I'm gonna see how Jake feels about them.
How the fuck them the dog? Are they puss? That one not so cool. Are them the free, brother? How am I do to them? I know what them the brother. How the fuck them the dog? Are they puss? That one not so cool. Are them the free, brother? How am I do to them? I know.
And guess what? Jake is pissed, and guess what? They're feeding it to Jake's. You know who's going to the they're in Jamaica. All right, so the majority of the people that's going to those restaurants are Israelites. Hold on, it says yet you all still support their meat shops and supplements over black-owned business. Okay, so this is Jake going in on you, Jake, supporting these. First of all, I don't eat at Moabite restaurants, man. If I'm in the islands, you think I'm gonna go choose Chinese food over Jake food, man, which is way superior? And Chinese, that's nothing but poison, man. That ain't nothing but poison. You don't know what the hell these Moabites are doing. I haven't ate Chinese food in a minute. Okay. If I eat a certain type of Asian type dish, it really has to be in a Edomite owned restaurant. You see, where they just happen to do that dish, because these Moabites, they're into something. They don't care. They don't care. Okay, they really don't care. They're just nasty when it comes to food. And look at this monkey here, Dave Boswell. He says these comments are racist as F. See, dudes like this, guys like these, look at his face. He smokes all kind of weed. He's a degenerate. These type of guys, they're not gonna make it in that time. I'm telling you right now, they're gonna be some of the first to go when the race riots pop off. Trust me. Look what Jake says. Jake says, shut the F up. Because Chinese people come to Jamaica and more racist than anybody. Them treat the Jamaican people like they are nobody and behave like it's their country. You see? And there's one particular Moabite hoe, okay, one particular Moabite woman that comes on and speaks about, I'm Jamaican, and she talks with this proud arrogancy. You could see she talks with arrogancy. Yeah, Chinese people are Jamaicans too, and this and that. And I don't know her name, but she's on here somewhere, and the way she talks, man. And there's a lot of Benjamites, a lot of Jamaicans in the comment section cursing her ass out too. But then there's a lot of them that are praising her because they're Sambos. This looks like a Moabite right here. It's normal, unfortunately. It's been this way since the 1800s in the West. That's why Chinese people never stay in one country and have to move around. Yeah. The Moabites are so oppressed, but they allow you to have Chinatown and give you all kind of business loans, right? Give me a fucking break, man. All right? The real oppressed people, as the scriptures say, is the Israelites. It says, come to China and see if you would survive the racism for a month, right? See, Jake is worried about how the nations are being treated by Jake, when Jake is not doing nothing to these nations, but them nations hate you, So you Jakes, man, some of you are just hopeless, man. It says they move around to where there right where there are more money to be made. That's all Moabites care about is money. They don't care about anything else other than money and financial stability. That's all they care about. That's where their mind goes. The brother, I believe the brother Zakar, he made a mention that there's a saying that the Chinese people's god is their money, because they don't really have. They don't. When you look at Moabites, they're not a spiritual people. You know, they don't deal with. They're not into religion like that. You know, where you see a Moabite that's all deep into religion, they're not really into religion. They're more into money. They're more into profit. That's why a lot of the Moabite women, who are they dealing with? They're dealing with Edomites. Not because the Edomite looks so good, it's because the Edomites brings opportunity. And it doesn't have to be a good-looking Edomite. It could be a fat Edomite. It doesn't matter. For them, it's about the potential of earnings. That's all Moab cares about. Okay? He said, what does the word racist mean? You a grown man and don't even know the true meaning. And that's true. Dude, shut up. This is cold N. Dude, shut up, please, and go back to where you crawled out of. All right. So, guess what, man? People are not with this spirit no more, man. This Martin Luther King walking on the street, the peaceful protest spirit. Jake is not in that spirit no more. Jake is roused up by that Alabama brawl. Okay. That puts, that's something, that's the spirit that Jake is in now. And there's a changing of Jake's spirit happening based upon Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Okay? Yeah, whatever, man. You got a lot of coons here too. But anyways, that's the point I wanted to make. Jake is not with that. Jake is not no longer in that. A lot of these Jakes are no longer in that spirit of we gotta love everybody. No, Jake is into F these other nations. Okay, and that's the spirit they need to be in. This is Isaiah. Man, I want to get Isaiah 19, but I want to be. It should be amongst the Gentiles. Go on, give me a second. But let me get Isaiah 19 real quick. Let me get Isaiah 19. Isaiah 19 and verse. This is Isaiah 19 and 16. It says, in that day shall Egypt be like unto women, and it shall be afraid and fear because of the shaking of the hand of Yahweh of hosts, which he shaketh over it. Egypt's dealing with America. And the land of Judah, meaning the Judites and the kingdom of Judah. Okay, Judah's going to rise up, but you don't think there's going to be Benjamites amongst them? You don't think there's going to be Levites amongst them? Of course. Okay, Judah's the head tribe, starting with the tribe of Judah, but then guess what? The other rest of the kingdom of Judah is going to join with him. Okay, and the land of Judah shall be a terror unto Egypt. Everyone that maketh mention thereof shall be afraid in himself, because of the counsel of Yahweh of hosts, which he hath determined against it. So everyone, this is the point where Judah is going to rise up against these heathens, starting with these Edomites. Okay, let me get something real quick. Okay, give me a second. That's it. Let's get Micah 5 and 8. Okay, this is Micah 5 and verse 8. And it reads, matter of fact, I'll start at verse 7. It says, and the remnant of Jacob shall be in the midst of many people, as a dew from Yahweh, as the showers upon the grass that tarrieth not for man, nor waiteth for the sons of men. Okay, so they're just gonna swarm people. They're just gonna swarm people. They're just gonna overtake people. They're not gonna be, they're not gonna hold back. Okay. It says, and the remnant is gonna be like they're everywhere. And the remnant of Jacob shall be among the Gentiles in the midst of many people, as a lion among the beasts of the forest. This is when the Lord is going to put a particular spirit on these jakes. And this is speaking about the 2/3. The 2/3 are going to be rising up and being as a terror upon Egypt, as a young lion among the flocks of sheep, who if he go through, both treadeth down and teareth in pieces, and none can deliver. All right. So guess what? The Lord is going to have it where Jake is going to devour these heathens, man. And Moab is a part of that. Listen, Jake knows inherently that Moab is an enemy. They know inherently that Esau's an enemy. Okay, that goes without saying. Elam's an enemy. Ishmael's an enemy. All right? But really, in the spirit, they know deep down that the so-called Latinos and Native Americans are allies, are brethren. They know that in the spirit. One way or another. They know that. All the tribes know that. Deep down, you see. So when that time comes, Yahweh Shem Yahushai is going to activate Jake. See, that Montgomery little brawl, that was nothing. That was a joke. Okay, those Jakes were out of shape. Them Jake, spirit wasn't really on them Jakes. Okay, when the Lord really activates Jake and turns up that spirit, oh man, everybody's going to get run through. And anyone that's trying to stand in front of an Edomite, no, please, no more hate. Jake might pull up with a pickaxe, all right, or a hammer, and clock that Negro upside his head, man. Okay, and take him out, man. That's the time we're coming to. That's the time we're coming to. The scriptures say that a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, man. And the nations are gonna rise up against one another, man. All right. So that coon spirit, that Sambo spirit, that's played out, man. So anyways, with that, Lord willing, this was edifying to the elect, and I'll say shalom.